Welcome to another HyPixel Skyblock video. Today we're going through the topic of how to get the golden medal from Jacob's farming contests. Stay until the end as every single piece of information could lead you towards the golden medal of this very contest. It's going to be very important, so stay tuned. If this video turns out to be helpful, by the way, it would be really appreciated if you could leave a like down below. But without any further talking, we're gonna hit the road right ahead. Now obviously you cannot just start farming with a wooden hoe first off the bat, first day, no wheat farm, no nothing, and expect a golden medal. Unfortunately it ain't working like that. Let's go through each and individual steps of the requirements first before we destroy ourselves with the bigger number and the details. First things first, a massive farm can be every individual design. Doesn't matter how big it is as long as it is big and lasts for about 20 minutes during the competition. That is an absolute must. Without that, you're not gonna get any further. As you can see, my farm is literally just consisting out of wheat. Well, I just bloody love it, I guess. And it looks even bloody amazing when it is fully grown, unlike that little piece over there in the distance. But you obviously also require an absolute must. I cannot stress it enough. An absolute must is a legendary elephant. That's a minimum level of 75, maybe up to 80, depending on the competition during an event. Trust me, without one, you're never gonna reach the golden medal in the first place. So get yourself a legendary elephant. Maybe upgrade him if you have an epic one. An epic one is bad, by the way. Secondarily, you will be needing the Oiklet's hoe, minimum rarity being common. A proper hoe will require the necessary upgrades, of course, so we're heading right for all the enchantments to chuck on the hoe, being cultivating, replenish, turbo wheat, harvesting, and telekinesis. Furthermore, later in the video. Obviously, your current farming levels also depending on your success. I'd recommend at least having a farming level of 20, maybe up to 25. Again, this is all depending on the other assets, your current competition, as during other times, there might be another type of competition. For myself, I always tend to farm or get my golden medals more during the evening in my time zone rather than during the day, because there's legitimately just a high amount of competition. Next to that, I highly suggest that you also consider getting a blessed fruit from the Smith Munger, who's within the blacksmith. I will show it right now on screen where you can see him, where you can find him, because most of the people don't even see him behind the blacksmith. So it should be right there. It is essentially a high requirement as well for a proper hoe to go along with, as well due to its automatic upgrades on a rarity level up. A mentioning also goes to the extra farming drops you can get from Anita via the farmhouse. She's located within the second floor above Jacob. Not to forget, this will make your life way easier, is the personal compactor 5000, as there you can turn the wheat to hay bales and hay bales to enchanted hay bales. The same applies for the small agronomy sack to always store seeds within. More to that within the video. Over we go to the details, starting off within our legendary elephant. And just to break it to you, an epic elephant is as good as having no elephant to begin with. Every level of your elephant will bring you an extra of 1.8 farming fortune per level, going up to 180 farming fortune on level 100. Probably the best material to have in the first place. Your Oiklet's hoe, we have mentioned before, receives after every additional O after a 10,000 and extra farming fortune, meaning that if you have harvested 1,000,000 crops, you have a farming fortune of 3 just on that, as the game calculates it -4 of the current sum. Over to the books, we start with cultivating. It's gonna be fun. The cultivating enchantment adds every level of its cultivating level an additional farming fortune, thus resulting the maximum level to be 10. Your maximum fortune you can get out is 10 plus farming fortune. Tumbleweed is a rather easy to get book and likely the second cheapest of them all. You get every time you participate in a Jacobs event and earn a bronze medal minimum a tumbleweed book. These you can stack up to level 5, which then adds an absolute of 25 farming fortune on your hoe. Note that you require bronze on the wheat contest for 20 farming fortune and silver for 25 farming fortune. Additionally to that, you can also collect the books simply by participating in the Jacobs events and receive bronze. If you want to earn all the books from there, you need to participate at 16 events to combine them all together to level 5 for maximum efficiency. Harvesting is quietly an important one. As the highest level, which is level 6, you can get a farming fortune up to 75. Note that the highest obtainable level from the enchantment table is harvesting 5, meaning you're still getting a 60 plus farming fortune and it doesn't cost you anything, neither as long as you enchanted yourself via the enchantment table, costing you only 30 Minecraft levels. Getting harvesting 6 is only possible via the experimentation table or from the auction house, perhaps even the dark auction. I really don't know, I've never been there to be more fair with you. Once obtained, it does not cost you any Minecraft levels to upgrade it from level 5 to level 6. You might be wondering now, why replenish? It does not give you any additional farming fortune, and you are more than correct. However, if you have a big field like this mess right here, I highly doubt you want to reseed everything by hand, and even with a basket of seeds, it takes you quite a long time. Might as well put everything back the way it has been. Henceforth, the agronomy sack will come in handy as the seeds that will be replenished are coming straight from there. Not having one can result in the occasional seed being entirely missed out. The same applies for telekinesis. You want to pick up the items you harvest. If you don't pick them up, then it will not be considered as a collection in the farming event. Only items that reach your inventory are counted within. So, get telekinesis. I cannot stress it enough. The player level is also bringing in the most, and this is now varying depending from your current level. If your level is right now 20, you get a farming fortune of 100. Every farming hands level grants you 4 farming fortune. This resulting on the highest level of 50 without increasing the cap by being 200 farming fortune. Note that on every 100 farming fortune you're guaranteed to get 1 crop, no matter what. The blessed fruit applied on your material increases its efficiency upon upgrading the rarity of your hoe. In the case we have of an uncommon hoe, your farming fortune is 7 plus. However, do remember that the blessed fruit requires you to be mining level 25 for you to purchase. You don't need the level to only apply it, however. It also upgrades itself during your gameplay, starting by 7 for uncommon, 9 for rare, 13 for epic, 16 for legendary, and a solid farming fortune of 20 if it's mythic. Mythic can only be applied when purchasing a recombobulator 3000 of the bazaar. Well then, here we are at last. Let's have a look inside of the wolf's eye, and certainly it's not gonna be fun given that we have to spend a lot of money into this very project. Right, so building up a solid farm that consists of wheat is one of the cheapest, to be more than fair. On average, without any specifications, it could sum up from 50,000 to 100,000 coins, depending on how fancy you are. As for my case, it's been about 75,000 plus coins. A legendary elephant right off the auction house without any further complications costs you 17 million coins. Do note that the price is as of now whilst writing this. The prices could always increase or decrease over time. However, always consider it more. Purchasing an epic elephant costs you right now about 1.5 million. If you upgrade him right away, a cat, it will cost you an additional 10 million coins, varying on its current level. It could add a few additional thousand, already 6 million coins cheaper. And you can even skip the time by using 10 cat flowers to get the upgrade immediately, which could cost you an additional 1.5 million if every flower costs you 150,000 coins, as it is right now as of recording this video, resulting the final price to be about 13 million. Euclid's Hoe is of a mathematical hoe blueprint you can get from Anita for 1 golden medal and 32 Jacob's tickets. Do note that if you purchase all of the tickets of the bazaar, you could pay up to 350,000 coins. The golden medal can be combined from 8 bronze medals to 4 silver medals, and from the silver medals to the golden medal. All available throughout the medal trades you can do with Anita. Once obtained, you simply need 8 stacks of common wheat, put the blueprint in the middle of your crafting recipe surrounded by the 8 stacks of wheat to result the Euclid's Hoe. Cultivating is currently off the auction house for 1.7 million. Again, prices may change here and there. You can also get the cultivating book via the community center for 4,000 bits. Highly recommend the purchase of from the auction house, as a cookie buff currently goes out for 3 million plus of the auction house. Replenish can be also purchased off from the auction house. It normally reaches up from 1.2 million up to possibly 1.5 million coins. You can also receive it by completing the Cocoa collection. Turbo wheat is possibly the easiest and likely one of the cheapest to obtain if purchased off the auction house in order to get a turbo wheat book. You will need to win a minimum competition with bronze. Winning silver and gold does not give you better or more books. They also only give 1 book. In order to get up to Turbo Wheat 5 without spending money on it, you need to participate in 16 events and win in such to get 16 books. A graph will be shown as well for you to see your way. Relatively easy to get behind. If purchased off the auction house, you deal with 40 to 60,000 coins per Turbo Wheat 1 book. If you purchase them all at once, you could count with an average of 800,000 coins plus, depending on how much they are worth by the time of you looking. Harvesting 5 is easy to get. Simply have 30 Minecraft levels and an enchantment table surrounded by books. Additionally, you can also purchase Harvesting 6 off the auction house. It could cost you up to 1.5 million, and again, might be more or less. Telekinesis is possibly the most expensive one from them all, costing you about 100 coins, if you get it from Rusty at the gold mine. However, it is a cheap enchantment of the enchantment table, which only costs you 5 Minecraft levels. Both ways, really cheap and easy to obtain. Your farming level simply develops over time. There are no prizes involved. You simply harvest off the public islands or you harvest your own. This also includes other crops like sugarcane, pumpkins, potatoes, carrots, and all the others. All in one, essentially. The blessed fruit is purchasable off the smith monger. This very piece costs you exactly 1 million coins. Once you got one, head for the dungeon's blacksmith and then forge your hoe. Cost you 300, not really worth mentioning. Extra drops are relatively expensive for nearly no promise at first. I currently have 6 farming fortune off from that, and it costs me now an average of 500,000 coins in Jacob's tickets, if not even more, as well as 2 golden medals in 2 collections. Likely something a little bit for the later game. Don't get it now. Now obviously we all know that nothing is cheap in HyPixel Skyblock. However, we all need to keep in mind that farming is a well-earning method within HyPixel Skyblock. Yet, we all also know that if we count with higher prices, that we are happy to see that at the end of the day we have still a few additional coins in our bank account. Yet, at the end of the day, if all of these steps have been followed accordingly, you should be able to receive the so wanted golden medal in no time. My profile is currently 1 month and 25 days old and have received my first gold medal not too long ago. It simply takes a lot of grinding as well as patience and dedication. This needs to be kept in mind. If you're farming during an event and see yourself with about 5,000 wheat units every 60 seconds, you're in a pretty well run, as the minimum of achieving the golden medal can lay within 25,000 wheat units every 5 minutes, resulting in you getting at the end of the day about 100,000 plus units of wheat after the contest, which all about sums up to a stack of enchanted hay bales, which can be sold at the bazaar for about 250,000 coins. Obviously, higher your level is, the level of your elephant, the rarity of your hoe, and your upgrades are, you will very likely get more or less. However, this is now all basing off from the very basics and rather beginning of it all within farming. If this video has helped you, don't forget to leave a like. I will also be doing more videos about other crops like sugarcane, pumpkins, potatoes and others. So if you don't want to miss those out, remember to stay tuned and hit that red little button down there and ring the notification bell so once I upload, you will be notified. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hopefully shall see y'all, or when I see y'all, not too early and not too late.